are Nicki and Carlo, and our family live in Positano, Italy, nearly 500 steps from the road, but surrounded by fruit and olive trees and with a fabulous view. Our garden overlooks the sea and we grow our own food. We show you what life is really like on the Amalfi Coast. So please subscribe and welcome to the Positano Diaries. I am leaving. I'm going on a road trip. I'm going to drive up to Tuscany to visit Celine. I haven't seen her since we went to Umbria in May. And last year I was going to do this, and then we got plunged into lockdown around about this time last year. And then I was going to do it this springtime, and we got put back into lockdown and I couldn't do it. And now there are no excuses. So it's about a 6.5 hour drive up to Lucca. And I'm just gonna shove some things in a bag and go. I haven't planned this very well. Toiletries. And also it's probably gonna be a little bit cooler up there. Oof, these steps are killing me with this bag on my back. It doesn't look very big, but it's heavy. This is the worst part about going anywhere. This is what puts me off about traveling or just going away for a weekend. Just having to get up to the car with all the stuff that you need for a few days away. And I've pretty much got it down to pat. I'm a light packer. I don't bring much. I don't need much. I've got like 2 pairs of trousers, 1 skirt, 3 tops, a cardigan, a jacket. That's pretty much it. But oh, I wish I had my car outside the house now. But I've got a 7-hour drive ahead of me, and I'm probably not going to arrive much before midnight, I should think by now. I forgot to put my laptop in my bag. I can't go without it. Otherwise there's not going to be a video on Sunday. What happened? Milk is what happened. I had an argument with Sky just before I left, asking her to go and buy some milk, and she point blank refused to go and buy the milk. And there wasn't any milk in the house, so because I was distracted about this, I forgot to put my computer in my bag. And so there's no way I can go for 5 days without my laptop. I need it. There's not going to be any videos, I can't answer any emails for work or anything like that, so I'm going to have to put it off and get up very early tomorrow morning and drive up to Tuscany then instead. I've now come to buy the milk, and now I'm going to go home. And here I am, still at home, 7 o'clock in the evening, not on my way to Tuscany. And Carlo's back from work.
Hey.
Hello. Is this our dinner?
Io ti devo far vedere una cosa. So che può essere scocciante per qualcuno, abbiamo fatto vedere un sacco di volte, ma guarda il colore di questo. E guarda questi mini come sono carini. Sono proprio mini, tipo questo. Aspetta. Vabbè, questo già è piccolo, questo è proprio mini.
Forse Holly lo vuole.
Holly, è un peperone. Sì? È un peperone, non è per te. Vabbè, lasciamo qua per il momento. Sono belli anche solo da vedere così. Un'altra cosa volevo dire, ci sono persone che mi hanno detto che hanno pagato i peperoni un sacco di soldi. Peccato che non glieli posso dare così, gratis.
Yeah, God, if we could give some of these away, it'd be amazing. It's now nearly 6 o'clock. Let's see if we can get to Tuscany. I think it might be it's the 30th of September today. It was so hot last night. Me and Carlo both woke up at about 5:10, drenched in sweat. It was just far too hot for autumn. Both gave up on sleeping, that's why I'm up at this time. I mean, I had my alarm set for 5:30 anyway, but it's just too hot to sleep. So he's now on the sofa with all the doors wide open. And I am on my way to the car. Now, seeing as this is a fairly new car, we bought it in May, and then the summer came, we haven't really used it. So it's got one of those screens with a GPS, one of these things here, but I have absolutely no idea how to use it. And I need to try and figure that out before I go, because I need the map, only for the last part of the journey, but I might not want to stop at that point. It is just starting to get daylight now. I am at Vico and I'm getting petrol. Yesterday I mentioned that I'm going to visit Celine. Now I've just realised that if some of you have only been watching for a few months or not long at all, you'll have no idea who Celine is, because she hasn't been in my videos for quite a long time. Celine is the reason that I live in Positano. We met at summer camp in England when we were 8 years old, and then when we were 11 she turned up at my school and we became firm friends from that moment on. When we were 12, her parents invited me on their family holiday to Positano, and I came with them to Positano every year after that. And we both ended up living in Italy, so that's quite funny. We both speak Italian now, we both have a dog. So Celine ended up in North Italy, in Lucca. She's a private chef, and that's where I am going. I'm going to spend a few days with her. We're going to spend the first couple of days at her house, and then we're going to move somewhere else in Tuscany, because she's got a job at a private villa. So hopefully we'll get a Tuscan villa tour. We'll see. And it'll just be a nice few days to see her. She was last in my videos in May when we all met up in Umbria at the castle. So I'll link that here if you haven't seen it already. Now I'm going to concentrate on driving before my phone falls off the dashboard. So not the arrival I was hoping for. I cannot find my way off a roundabout onto the right road towards her house. I know it's complicated. The GPS has always been difficult there, and I've been around this roundabout so many times now, and I finally went a different way around the roundabout, and I've ended up almost back on the motorway. In fact, this is the toll gate here in front of me, which I don't want to go through because I don't want to have to pay again. And Celine's told me to stop. There's a little car park, and she said wait here, she's going to come and get me because I cannot find my way to her house. What a disaster. Now I would never have known that there was a little tiny street here off the side of a toll booth. Oh my god, she's going to get me. Home sweet home. Hello. Hello. We've had a very relaxing afternoon. We had some lunch with some of Celine's friends, and then we went back to her house and we sat on the bed all afternoon and just nattered and had cups of tea, and it was very lovely. Now we're on our way out. We're going over to Pisa, and we're going to meet VICOPISANO, which is near Pisa. So it's getting dark now. We're in the little village of VICOPISANO, and I think we're going to come back here on Saturday and do a little tour because it's a beautiful little village, and our friend Marie lives here and she's quite eager to take us round. So I think we'll do that on Saturday with some daylight. Might make more sense, yeah? And today we are having a wander around Lucca. We're taking Holly for a walk. It's not Holly.
I think mine's a bit larger than Holly.
We're taking Pata for a walk just around Lucca, and we're going to show you some of the sights. Lucca is a walled city. As you can see, there is a huge wall that surrounds the whole main city. And it is so big that you can walk all the way around on top of the wall. There's a big wide walkway with trees and everything. And it's lovely. People do their exercise up there every day. We're going to go into the city now. This is the Piazza Napoleone, and this is where they have the Lucca Summer Festival. All sorts of music concerts happen here. In fact, a few years ago, Celine went to a Rolling Stones concert here and filmed it for me. Yeah, as some of the artists that will be playing here in 2023 and 2022. One time when we drove to England, we stopped in Lucca for one of our stop-offs. We usually do 7 hours, 7 hours and 7 hours. So this was our first stop one year, and just before Christmas there was the most amazing Christmas market here. It was absolutely wonderful. Nothing like that where we live, unfortunately.
This is Piazza Michele, Piazza San Michele. And if you stand at a certain point over there, there's a diamond on the cross, but you can only see it from one point.
Maybe you can only see this diamond at night. Now, because Positano is very small and most of the shops are geared towards tourists, and because I don't very often come to a city, seeing all these shops here, I want to go in all of them, and I am restraining myself from going in any of them because we haven't got time today. But I do miss wandering around the city, wandering around the shops. I hardly ever get to do it. And we are now going to walk up onto the wall and back to the car on top of the wall. No, the car's not on top of the wall. We are now going to walk up on the wall. I'll show you up there. And this is how we get up there. And this is what it looks up here. It's surprisingly wide. Perfect for jogging, walking the dog and cycling. If you're wondering where the drone shots are, I have never even attempted to fly Carlo's drone. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm not coordinated enough. I would crash it straight away. And there's not going to be any drone shots of Lucca. This pretty little house here. Got a little walled garden behind it. And a view over the top of the walls. Pato is Celine's dog. He is 12 years old and he comes from
Brazil. I found Pato when I was living in Brazil, and when I decided to leave Brazil, which was sort of like 3 years after I had him, I couldn't leave him, so I brought him with me. But because there was quarantine for animals coming in from third world countries, i.e. Brazil, I couldn't do that to him because he'd been free running around on the beach. So I thought, okay, I'll go to Italy, sit out the quarantine in Italy for 6 months, get him a passport and then go home. And that was basically 10 years ago.
And she still hasn't gone home. And I picked them up at the airport in Milan.
Oh God, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, do you remember that? And we had to get Pato, and before we got in the car we had to hose him down because he'd been shut up in a crate for quite a long time, wasn't it?
About 10 hours?
Yeah, so he had weed himself and all sorts of things, so we had to give him a big wash down. And yes, Pato is now a Brazilian Italian dog who also speaks English.
And Spanish.
And Spanish. We've had a quick walk around Lucca now, and we are going out for sushi tonight, which I'm really excited about because the sushi restaurants here do all you can eat for like €23 or something. So I'm very, very excited, and I'm going to eat as much as I can.
And they got one.
That's sweet.
That's just the beginning. Oh, there's more there. I didn't even see that. Day number 2 in Lucca, and we're off to Pisa actually. Not the centre, not the Leaning Tower. Going to a little village nearby. decided to stop and get ice cream. Apparently this is the place to be.
Fragola e passione mango.
Yummy. Pudding's all ready. Two little old ladies in flowery dresses sitting on a bench. Starting to look very dark and stormy over there. There are thunderstorms forecast for the next day or so. Let's hope. So this is Marie. Marie lives in VICOPISANO.
VICOPISANO, sì.
And her Instagram account is called Authentic Tuscany, and she rents some beautiful little cottages, is that the right word?
Apartments. And some villas, yes.
And we're going to have a walk around VICOPISANO and just show you a few things around town. Now, Marie has been living in Italy for the same amount of years as me, so we both came here in 1999.
99, yeah.
Yeah, and we're both from this area. In fact, Marie used to work in the gym that I used to be a member of, which is rather freaky. And there's a lot of other coincidences like that as well. But we're going to show you around VICOPISANO now.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I feel I don't. My head, darling. Yes.
So pretty. It is starting to rain.
We can go and
Big fat drops as well.
You told me. Oh, what, the restaurant?
Yeah.
Gonna have to find somewhere to go and hide. What a shame. Anywhere in a hurry in this town. These steps are crazy. So we're going to duck into a little cafe here. Maria just does something very interesting. In the province of Pisa, if you want an umbrella outside your bar, it has to be dark red. You're not allowed any other colour.
What, the coffee?
Yeah.
That just arrived. We didn't even ask. Wow. It's like a deconstructed cheesecake.
That is delicious, actually.
Isn't it?
Very good.
It has stopped raining. This place that we just went to, it's very near Marie's house. It's called 30 metri quadri, which means 30 meters squared. It's quite new, but it's got really great food. And that was one of the best desserts I've ever had. Very unexpected, but very good. So ice cream and deconstructed cheesecake. Very, very healthy lunch today. It's a very pretty little town. Smaller than Positano.
This is Giovanni. He's the keeper of the castle.
Wow.
The tower.
Keeper of the tower. Inglese.
Unfortunately, we haven't had as much time as we wanted to spend with Marie and explore VICOPISANO, especially with that rainstorm, because that wiped out about an hour of our time. But hopefully we will be able to come back. Me and Carlo want to come back sometime later on before Christmas, so hopefully we will do that, and we will stay at Marie's because she's got Casa Colombo, which is a beautiful little Airbnb in an old medieval tower. And we've got to go back to Celine's now because we've got some very unexpected guests arriving this afternoon, and you might be quite surprised.
In the 15th century, after the Florentines conquered Pisa, so shortly after he finished the dome in Florence, he built this wall, the rescue wall.
And you can walk up it.
Yeah, you can now. So before, this where we're standing now was the River Arno.
Okay.
The river that flows from Florence and goes down to the sea. And this was the harbour of VICOPISANO. And just in case the enemy attacked, this wall and this tower was designed so that you could escape the enemy.
All of these people are waiting to climb
They're
the
all
wall.
waiting because they've only opened it for this weekend.
Okay, so you go in through that doorway and you walk up inside it.
We went up recently because they had the inauguration.
And VICOPISANO also has this beautiful little tree tunnel, which I've seen so many times on Marie's Instagram, and now I get to walk through it myself.
The taxi awaits now. Alright, so you're going to Tuscany tomorrow?
See you in a few hours. A lot of people in Italy prefer to collect their water from a local fountain, and we have one in Montepetrusa, which I've shown you before. Celine is now filling up her bottles from her local fountain, which I must say runs much faster and stronger than our one. It takes us about 7 minutes to fill a bottle.
What?
Yeah, it's really slow, our one. It's just a little trickle. And you put all your bottles in your car, and when you remember, you stop at the fountain and fill them up, and you've got lovely fresh spring water, probably coming from this spring here. Ciao! Guests are here. Hello! Look at it! You open the gate. Come stai? Bene, come stai? Eccola Nicki! We have come out for pizzas tonight because we can't be bothered to cook. I have got a rustica. This is with potatoes, rosemary, gorgonzola and zucchini. Very interesting. Yummy! You got your rosemary?
Yes, it's already in the bag.
Andare, non puoi passare, tutto chiuso.
Dove sta Venezuela?
Argentina.
Argentina.
Buenos Aires.
The reason that they're here is because they saw my Instagram story and saw that I was in Tuscany, and they happen to be coming to Tuscany, and we decided to all meet up. We're very sorry that Carlo's not with us.
Oh.
But are you doing anything exciting? Can you tell us?
We're going.
Tomorrow we'll be doing taking part of a photo shooting for like kind of wedding style for
Wow.
Germany.
Yeah, how do you say, the test for
The
our
test.
wedding.
Yeah.
So let's see.
And just in case you might have missed the video, Sara and Luca have some very exciting news for us, which is baby leave everything in wonder.
Yes, you can't see much.
Can't see anything.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm 15 weeks pregnant right now, and we're super excited, guys,
There's
to
gonna
have
be
a little
A little baby traveller.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
exciting.
So we were just thinking about Luigi, that maybe Luigi will be too small for the next adventure. So
A
we need
bigger
to see.
vehicle.
Yes, bigger vehicle maybe.
There might be a bigger vehicle coming and a smaller human coming as well very soon. Okay, well, we're all going different directions now. I'm going with Celine to Chiani, which is a different part of Tuscany, and you're heading a bit further south than us.
It's close to Orbetello,
Yeah.
but we are not on the coast, we are in the
Yeah.
countryside.
Make sure you follow both of us to see what we're doing in our next adventures.
Ciao,
Ciao.
beautiful people!
Ciao everywhere.
Ciao! Lucca is a walled city. As you can see, these walls...
Let's do it again. You can add that to it. Take two.
And take two. So how do we get out? I thought so. Near Pisa, and we're going to meet somebody who what am I going to say? This is the Piazza Napoletano. No. Let's try that again. Napoleone. And he comes from
Brazil.
Tell me more.
So
Celine,
I
we've
know I
got-
shouldn't have worn this. Come in,
Come in.
come in.
Go that side.
We've got the people doing the washing behind.
fine,
That's
all
really,
right.
oh, that's amazing. I can't.
Ciao Nicki! Ciao Carlo! Secret video.